Nomix here, welcome to the third devlog. The game is taking shape. I added some new placeholder graphics and finished the game loop, and I now know in which direction I want to go. Basically, it's Vampire Survivors paired with Path of Exile Delirium Mirrors in an ever-expanding world where you're constantly on the move, followed by a danger zone. There will be boss fights, story events, and of course ever-growing power. Let's talk about progress. I finished a very modular weapon system for projectiles right now. There will also be some sort of hit scan later on, and area scan for other types of weapons. It's all based on Godot's powerful resource mechanic, and with that I also implemented modifiers, upgrades, debuffs and buffs. I added better support for layers in my wave function collapse tilemaker, and I can now turn off render for some layers, for example for the connectivity rule layer. Also, I added color groups for tiles so I can interact with them via code. Next, I added a preset editor for my wave function collapse world gen, so I can create presets that work with the algorithm, for example for the spawn or boss rooms. And it just spits out a resource with a vector and a map of hashes representing the tiles. In my map storage, I added some signals which allow me to interact with the algorithm, for example to draw the buildings or spawn enemies when a certain tile is drawn. Since everything needs to be generated dynamically while the player is playing and he might move at very high speeds, it needed to be really performant, so it's multi-threaded and the complete algorithm except the drawing part runs on a separate thread. There are still a lot of bugs in the editor part of that plugin, so once I have fixed all those and I know the direction I want to go in with that, I want to release it under open source, so stay tuned for that. There is still a lot of work to be done. I just started using Blender, and as you can tell, there are already quite the complicated shape I added to my game in form of these beautiful blocky buildings. Yeah, it will probably take a while for me to get even close to something that looks nice, but I'll keep trying. I keep improving. I really enjoy the art as well, and yeah, there's still a lot to be learned, especially about pixel art and Blender. Yeah, and of course my biggest concern with Godot 4 right now, there is no world environment for 2D. It's broken, doesn't work, and that also means there's no clone, no post-processing, so the game will look dull for quite a while. Well, but I really enjoy working on systems, so that's not a problem for me. At least right now I can bear with it. Stay tuned for more updates, like and subscribe on YouTube, or follow my Twitter. Until next time, bye!